Here's the sword. That guy is immune to arrow fire. Which seems a strong buff. It's a 1-point talent. But only lasts for the first shot each game, I guess. Okay. 10 of 10 leader name, who is it? Fleet Easy, the Easy Fleet Fleischer. Fleischer? Fletcher. Should be Fletcher. I don't know what a Fleischer is. Someone who fleeces? What is fleecing? Shearing. Not bad though, not bad. Give it a high marks for creativity. Oh, team's panicking. It's okay, team. It's okay. You die. Die. Questionable move. It's gonna get me stabbed, but you're still alive. That's cheating. Do I want 30 mail? I think it's a slight upgrade for archers. Is no one else in the swamps? Archers doing work. Why does this Scott have a dagger? That is a failing. Meg is hitting people through a shield wall. What is even happening? We'll be running them down. Only we bought that dog. All right, stab. Do you have a dagger? No. Gone away from the whole dagger thing. Which is kind of awkward. Do need more than what we have here. I know everyone's got a whip in their pocket, but keep it in your pants just for a little bit of time. And get some daggers out. All right, looks good. It's over. Okay. All right, we're gonna keep those daggers. That's worth some money. 130 dropped, 215 dropped. Not losing anything else right now. Let's lose that. Okay. Is this game anything like Pit People? I don't know. What's Pit People? So, we should upgrade a couple people's inventory. Scott needs a dagger. I think our monk needs a dagger too. Nope, he's got a whip. Who is that who didn't have a dagger? You don't have a dagger. All right. What do we have perk-wise for people to level? Scott leveled. Yes. 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 Well done. Just do that every level. Okay. 7 is Battleforge. There's no way he isn't brawny in Battleforge, so we might as well get that going. Question is he rotate? Are we gonna greed for the one-handed axe duelist build? Because I really want to. Right. Rotate saves lives, but headhunter axe builds take lives. And that is an interesting conundrum. Since we wish to both take and save lives. We need white unholds too, chat. I don't know where the hell we're going to find white unholds, but... Wolf Riders, certainly annoying. Go away, I wish to take the camp. Thank you. Alright. 4 to 6 Wolf Riders, a Shaman, an Overseer, 14 plus Skirmishers, 4 to 6 Ambushers, and Grub the Headhunter. Grub the Headhunter. We're going to pick up a Goblin Bow. My understanding is Goblin Bows are like regular bows, except entirely useless. Alright, there's no way we're not going to just unhold the shit out of this. Unhold Fur Cloak, go. And I think this one's getting replaced too. Okay. And then we picked up some 115s, right? 130s. Determined brothers get the most ammunition. Most protection, that is. 32, 26, 25, 31, 24. 24 is a bit awkward. Okay. Are we bringing anybody else? I mean, yes, we're going to bring some other people, chat, clearly. You know what I mean. Who are we bringing? What is our ambition right now? Run around aimlessly? Like, do we have an ambition? I haven't seen one in a while, and it feels like we should have one. All right, who wants to get shot with arrow fires? I'm gonna take volunteers. End the undead crisis. Ugh, right. I don't want to redo my armor right now. All right, can I ask a request of Ian, Jarek, Clever Fool? Can you guys get me a working formation mod? Because I really, really like that. That's the next low-hanging fruit quality of life improvement. And when I say a working formation mod, I mean one that doesn't eat my famed items. Because that would be really nice. Super nice. Thanks, Kex. Maybe bring the monk. That's like a lot of stamina, right? There are wolf riders in this fight, so I don't know that I want someone like that on this flanks. It might just be not be a monk leveling fight. I could bring the hybrid with a bow. Does have range defense. Feels like this is probably one of the times you'd bring them. Do I have another bow? I've got a crossbow. Somewhere I'm holding ammunition for that too. Okay. All right. And who else? Can we bring Scott? Probably. Scott would really like Battleforged here, so we'd like to assign some perks so I can take Battleforged and not get shot to death by archers the rest of my life. So are there any tier 1 or tier 2 perks that we're realistically going to take on this build? No. How about tier 3 perks? No. So this is either, this is a weapon spec or rotate. It's the only way to progress past this point in the perk build. Is there a universe in which we don't? I mean, if we take, to do Axe Duelist, you need Duelist, Headhunter. You don't need Headhunter, but it makes it much more enjoyable. You need Duelist, Headhunter, and all the rest of the perks that normal people get. So you have to drop 2. Gifted is one of them for sure, but the second one is not as clear. But if we axe spec him now, Nobu, without an axe, it becomes really unpleasant. I mean, you can still use a 2-handed axe, I guess, but it's pretty unpleasant. I mean, like, this brother doesn't want to be a... This brother's going to have our best stam on the team in all likelihood, besides Chris. So we don't really want Scott with something shitty. More unpleasant than not having the perks right now. Kind of. Speccing it the wrong way, then getting a famed item that we can't use would be probably more unpleasant than having the wrong perks, yeah. Why is Nobu in my best mail? Gear. I don't know. 47. You don't really want to protect that head, do you? 54, all right. I guess we just can't bring Scott right now, which feels kind of bad. All right, Darple. And Billy, it's Thomas. Okay. All right, like this. 27 range defense on Nobu. 28 on Darple. Do you have anything a little tankier than this? 250. 255, 230. You're never gonna shoot fucking Kex. Could give Darple the helmet maybe. 30, 28, 26 on Chris. Oh, they're gonna like Chris. He's got 1,000,000 stam. We don't want them shooting Chris quite as much as this. Maybe now they won't shoot him. All right, let's try this. I mean, we're set up for archer fights. We've been set up for archer fights for the entire game. Darple somehow got a downgrading gear. Clever. Can run him the 255 is fine. And oh, it's not Darple. It's Thomas. Do we have another fancy hat for this guy? We do. All right. Let's try this. Oh, it changed too. The leader changed. It wasn't Vix the Sticker a second ago. It was like Gregog the Stabber or something. I wonder what he is. Is he a shaman? Is he a skirmisher? Is he... There he is. He's there. It's a skirmisher. Is that a famed bow? It's a famed bow. I think it's a famed bow. Can't actually tell. No, kind of looks like a normal bow. No, it's got white stuff on the edges of it. It's definitely a famed bow. Okay. So many goblins. Yes, it's true. For now. I see you spawned in a pit. And now we're 3 elevation difference from these guys, so you can't disarm them. Lovely. And also apparently, news to me, you cannot free allies 2 elevation levels up, I guess. There's a lot of wolf riders up there that we didn't shoot this turn. Don't like how many goblins there are north. Who wants to get punctured? Oh my god, they're taking the high ground at point blank range. It's pretty scary. With like 25 wolf riders north and south. Have to kill some of these wolf riders this turn. And some of these spears. The spears are actually pretty dangerous. Just rushing in. It's unlike goblins. It's really not what we wanted right now either. Could see how that would be a hard shot, yeah. I don't know if we can protect that position or not. We do need to finish off some of these wolf riders. We're going to help top, and we need to deal with these pikes. And that Wolf Rider is going to be a pain next turn. Alright, we're next. Goblins. More goblins. The leader. Fucking shaman. It's a little tempting. Pretty high percentage to hit here. She looks a little scary here. Two of them attacking into that.
Fellowship expands.
Thank you, Nexamon. On the channel. You always put your best range defense guy 2 tiles front and indom. Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. I don't really like them focus firing any given brother. It's like their individual attack, any individual damage roll off a goblin outside of the overseer really doesn't do a lot. And I really don't like putting my guys up front like that because you tend to eat the if you run one guy forward like that, you tend to eat the debuff, the insect swarm, which is like just like a straight up 50% fucking or 75% range defense negative modifier, something dumb like that.
Quitters never win.
Button, click the button.
Thank you, Ilowen. Button, click the button indeed. Say that is rocket science. Oh, I was trying to free the ally. Oops. Okay, we need to make sure they do not run with my gear. I want to see this goblin famed item. Guess we're gonna find out what it is. Oh, it didn't drop. It's guaranteed to drop, so the fact it's not there doesn't mean shit. Really? I can't throw it there? He's panicked. Fine. Be an asshole. Found a Swordmaster going to end up with 100 melee attack, 35 melee defense, or any hope for nimble frontliners in endgame? Yes. The nimble is fine. It just doesn't... if you're asking does it compare to Battleforge for survivability, the answer is always no. It is, though, quite possible to use them. They're not absolutely terrible. They're okay. It dropped his body just in the tile of the top right of where he died. Ah. So like right where that goblin's standing? Or there? Okay. There it is. Famed bow. Nice. I heard famed goblin bows are a joke, but we haven't evaluated one for ourselves yet, so we're going to find out. I'd like you to stop hurting people. Okay. No? We're gonna just limp dick these arrows into nowhere. Do I want to get stabbed? Not really. Okay. Get squished, goblins. So we're pretty well set up for fighting goblins in case anyone was not clear after that fight. Oh, you're gonna give me the fancy stick too. Ah, very generous. Yeah, that's the debuff that I don't like getting when I move ahead of them for goblins. And it's minus, it's only minus 35% range defense. Still, oh that's the vines. Where's the debuff? Why don't I have a fly animation here? So that's vines. I thought it was bigger than that, the debuff itself. There it is. Yeah, minus 50% range defense. That's the one that always kills me if I move people out of lineups and brothers, like especially one guy alone. They just always fucking shoot that on him and put that on him, then just shoot him to death. And that's just rather unenjoyable for me in general. Three-turn duration. Yeah, although new resilient will bring it down to a one-turn duration. So maybe you could do it with the resilient brother. But then, like, what else do you use that brother for? So I got it. So he's a decoy for goblins. But what else do you use him for? It's the same problem I have right now with, there's another build that's being suggested to me that doesn't even sound bad, but I'm worried about, like, what other fight. Like, someone was like, oh, you should, in the YouTube comments of the video about the massive barbarian camp, someone was like, you should bring 4 megas. Megas are really good in this fight. And I actually think megas are pretty good in that fight, although you lose a lot of damage to bring that many megas. But what other fucking part in the game are you ever going to want to have 4 megas for? Like, 4 megas is way too many as a general thing for your roster because it creates a really imbalanced roster that doesn't give you good versatility versus other enemies. Which is not where we want to be. Done the Lone Wolf campaign. I don't actually think that's a harder campaign. I think that's an easier campaign and then less interesting in the late game. So I don't know. How would I do it with only 12 brothers? That's what I was just talking about, is optimizing your roster for the many things you need to do in this game above and beyond the rest of it. That's not a very great one. It's okay. So this is increased durability, increased melee defense for a shield, which isn't that bad. It's not, it didn't roll all that high for melee defense, but it's still good, I think. We got the stick, and then we got the bow. I need to look at those stats again in a second. I'm not sure I visually know what the bow just did. All right, let me sort by value. Value goes down very quickly with goblin items. Who would have guessed? And paint. Get me some paint. All right. And no, I haven't played the Lone Wolf campaign very much, mostly because that's been a favorite of streamers. Like I watched Beagle was streaming Lone Wolf yesterday. Arvia streams a shit ton of Lone Wolf. There's a couple other streamers who are streaming Lone Wolf, and I wanted to do something different. It doesn't really appeal to me that much. Some of the things I really enjoy in this game are building lineups that work. So like having the right brothers to switch in for the right fights. I like rolling on lots of multiple backgrounds. It's just one of those setups that seems inherently less like something I want to do than the other ones. All right, level up. Level up. Level up. Ew. Okay. Peasant Revolt. Yeah, I want to see the Davkul stuff because that for me is something super cool again. It's something totally unique. Like the Lone Wolf brother, you get a brother who levels faster, but he isn't different in the end, right? He's a very good brother, but he's just a good like late game two-hander. Who fucking cares? You get him early, sure, whatever. But that's something that's very interesting to me as well, is like late game Davkul. Like you can't do anything else with that. No other brother in the game right now can get that kind of stamina recovery per round. Like that's interesting. What can you do with that kind of stamina recovery? That sounds like it could be fun. That to me is an interesting kind of different start. All right, upgrade on the club. So let's see why that bow is bad. I haven't looked at it yet. I've bounced over it twice, but not really looked at it. So let's take a look. 29 to 46. So about half the damage. Not joking, about half the damage. Armor pen is 3560, so same armor penetration values, same range. Has 11% chance to hit. Max fatigue is -2. What's the shot take? Shot takes 4 AP. You fail to see how that bow is bad? I'll give you a hint. Does half the damage. All right, so that's entirely useless. So what does that actually say to us? So having a guaranteed skirmisher bow drop means that we are guaranteed to have an item that is, what's the equivalent of this? It's worth 825 or something. 1,000 gold maybe. Might be good if I need something shot with poison. Sure. Maybe we can bait our drunk into losing it. All right. But still a nice fame chance on this place. And presumably we need a couple more of these camps, then we can actually do the Goblin City. We haven't received the notification that we can do it yet. You have your horned hat back. We'll see. I'll have to redo gear in a second anyways when we fight the Necro Savants, so. All right. Today's fame count too. Fair point. 3. All right. It counts 0.5 each? No? The famed item counts as the famed shield is one of the better shields we picked up. Certainly better than this thing. Like compare the two, right? This thing is 42 durability, 20 melee defense, 11. This one weighs 7 more, but has an extra 4 melee defense. Has some range defense on it too, which is shit, but has 50 durability. I mean, it's better than the existing one. All right, we're fighting Necro Savants. This is definitely not the brothers we'd like to bring for that, although that is fine. Am I gonna bring a crossbow? I don't think so. Bring my other throwing axes. Don't need archers. Can bring the monk again. Although we will be cautious with the monk. Billy with an axe. Darple's wounded now. Normally uses the cleaver. Alright, Scott's coming in. Darple sits. Give the hat back. Take a hat. It's Thomas. Been using that. I'm not sure that's appropriate, but okay. We got armor and Chris up for days. We want to get him there level wise, but I think I actually would just prefer to give him an attacking role in this fight. Doesn't need both these pieces of armor here. There are a fair number of legionaries in this fight. Do want a banner. Can we just bring the monk as a banner and not have to level Shull, who is on his way out? I don't think so. I don't think we're quite there yet. A little bit more survivability on the monk would be nice. He currently has 58 HP with no underdog, or excuse me, no footwork and no nimble and no colossus. So I don't think so. I don't want to bring archers here. Definitely want to bring both megas. Megas in the back for taunts makes a lot of sense. Be nice to have more than 267 mail on Kex. Maybe we give him the armor back. Alright, frontliners. Billy. Run Chris Limes with this, I guess. Seems fine. Could wear heavier if we had heavier. At some point I will have to redo all of it. I haven't done it yet. I don't want to do it quite yet. Nobody needs a hammer. You can have the hat back. Doesn't make any difference. This 250 hat, slightly better. It's Thomas. This is a pike in the front, I guess. Sword brother. 232. Okay. Could do that. It's alright. Last brother here. M-Dugs is fine. Dang Newbie could be fine. Got like real armor, 290, 258. Seems okay. Alright. So we'll bring this. We want to net one of those little bastards, maybe. Little light on damage. Nimble's better than Battlefield. Battleforge changed your mind. Well, there's a couple things wrong with that statement. A, you're giving me a command as opposed to requesting something. B, it means you haven't looked at any of the numbers yourself. And C, you think I give a shit what's in your mind. So attempt that a different way, and I'll fire away at it if you like. We could get a net here too. It's not a bad point. Could do a net. Can't net and whip though. I think we would prefer to whip. Ban. No, he doesn't need to be banned for that. It's the meme way of approaching that for sure. All right, I think we're good to take this fight. Yeah. Let's try it. Nimble's not bad right now. It's a way to build brothers who don't have enough stamina to wear Battleforge. The problem is it isn't a replacement for Battleforge because it isn't better in effective HP. And in the late game, a lot of times you need the effective HP. Sooner or later, especially in the large orc fights, every one of your brothers is going to start taking hits. And you can kind of get away with it on the back rank who are desperately trying to hide from taking hits, but you don't have enough people who can hide from taking hits on these huge fights. So you end up taking hits sooner or later on the people who are designed to take hits, and they need armor to do that, and they just don't survive with the Nimble. We've done 3 playthroughs now running the new Nimble, and each of them have been fine. But none of them have been like super impressive. We should back up 1 tile here, but I'm just going to stand in place. It's Necro Savants they're a pain in the ass to deal with. I buy a pack of 7 white t-shirts. Does it only see me? I have many more than 7 white t-shirts, friend. Many more. Put it this way, my wife's gonna be out of town for 2 weeks. I will have worn a different white t-shirt every single day that she's gone. I think the pile is still pretty tall. Got a nice pile of folded white t-shirts in my closet, ready for this moment. Really, Super Kamaguru. Really. For a green one someday. I don't think I have a green one. I've got black ones, white ones. Don't have gray ones anymore. When I started streaming, I had gray ones. But I've since gotten rid of those. Yeah, I did use double attacks in my tank instead of taunting, as I was talking. Yeah, green ones with the interactions by green screen would be funny. I have some red ones. T-shirt, not t-shirts though. The F2K people sent me, when I joined F2K, they sent me some of their merchandise. And they sent me a black t-shirt, a black long sleeve shirt, and a red sweatshirt. I wear the red sweatshirt sometimes, it's nice. That's right, I have slightly off-white t-shirts are the other ones I use. Alright, so they're on top of our thrower. This is the issue I'm having with throwing weapons. There's too many times this shit happens. If this guy right now were a pikeman, he could attack this target, but instead he gets to sit here going like, fuck. Nice if I could attack a target. Good whip, I suppose, there. Alright, so not saving the taunts on the second mega was pretty bad here. Because it means they get to do things like beat on the bannerman. Have you tried nuts and dodge? Yes. Merchandise. A thing that I remember thinking about like 4 years ago. Someone like, you should get some merchandise. I was on PKA like one of the second or third times I was on PKA probably, and Woody is like, he's like, you must be making a killing on the white t-shirt idea. Like Filthy's white, because I was wearing a t-shirt that said Filthy's white t-shirt. And I'm like, yeah, I probably should have that at some point. Maybe one day, chat. Although my understanding is merchandise is not anything about making money anyways. It's about branding almost entirely. Goddamn, triple flail. Doing work. Maybe should have taunted there. Not sure rotating adds a lot here. Maybe. Taunted, 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 untaunted, untaunted. Oh, but I can throwing weapon here. Built these wet t-shirt. Different sales market. A different target audience, I think. Yeah, no, I think at some point we will do merchandise. It's one of those things that's always been like, it's been mentioned like 5 years ago, and it's just never been a high priority, and I've never made the time for that. It's just never felt very important to what I'm doing. But we'll get there. We'll get there. This is one of the points I did hire a community manager. That hiring process happened. We now have a community manager. That's Tomulus. And he is starting work on some of these projects that I have been putting off or otherwise not got to, and that's one of them. Although that's lower priority than the second YouTube channel and a couple other things. But it is a priority. It is happening sooner or later. Iron Man on the front, Alt F4 on the back. This should be another feedback channel. Nerf, if you're in channel, or Kex, this would be another thing. I'm certainly interested in things you'd like to see on t-shirts. Seems like a pretty damn good pretty good channel to have right now. What do we want to do here? Probably rotate there. And then hit him. 2 holes for boobs. Twitch. First and foremost, no. Oh wait, I mean, sure. We disarming again? We're trying to kill? I think we guessed we disarm again, huh? Alright. What are you doing, Billy? Rotating and swinging. Seems okay. It's a miss. You're fine. Good taunts. No attackable targets right now. Taunt that up. And we're on cleanup. Cool. I really like the one about Iron Man Alt F4. I think that would be a cute one. Might be too like any of the jokes that are too like, I mean, in-channel jokes are perfect for that type of thing, right? But if it's too obscure, then you lose some value out of it. Think Nobu will ever finish killing these skeletons? Like, this side skeletons have been dead for like 15 minutes. Remember when I taunted you and you just cheated and walked over here and attacked it? Because it feels like bullshit. I mean, anyone else seeing taunt being used on all the builds? Like, why are we nerfing taunt to make it percent-based chance when rotate, indomitable, battle forged, killing frenzy, and berserk are all basically necessary and recover are basically necessary attributes on every brother. Do we really need the obscure skills to be super bad by sometimes just randomly failing? Because feels like we don't. It always annoys me. Is it overpowered, or is it bugged and people are just not taking the time to fix it? Does it really need to be chance based? That's Fame Dagger. It is famous for being amazing. 20 to 40. Is that even a base Rondel range? So what does this do? Weapon skills build up 3 less fatigue. I think I'm the only streamer who doesn't get excited about Fame Daggers. Everyone else is like, yes, we can dagger down opponents now super well. It reduced fatigue. You don't. That's not how daggering opponents works. Like outside of like week 1, where maybe you're taking some like shots on people who aren't otherwise panicked or surrounded. I mean, we can look at it on the triple puncture build. It's 9 fatigue a turn for that, which is maybe a thing. Just so unexciting. It's probably still worse than just the Obsidian Dagger though, which is a guaranteed drop, right?